Hello everyone, it's Daniel Martin. Let's work this out. This fantastic process from thinking in profits and thinking in process executions. So what is the difference and the consequence if you are not achieve this? First, we're gonna go for an audit to understand if you're really doing this or not, or maybe you don't need it. Let's have a look. So this is what I would call an audit I can actually use with my one-to-one students to know if they have clarity, focus, review, stress, or resilience. You can work into those questions yourself and understand if you really are in one of those ones and you go tick box or not. Yeah. So the consequence is the follow. This is actually the consequence that you can actually get if you are not able to have that clear away from your mind, thinking in money and not thinking in processes. It took me many years to be aware of that. I'm not joking. It just took me many years, and even that, when I was profitable, it was making me myself difficult and brutal. It was difficult, just very brutal, or it was ridiculous difficult that you just know that you are a profitable trader and then you focus into make more money and you lost the plot. Even if you are a profitable trader, it's not something that you have suffering when you are not profitable trader. It's something that may happen when you are profitable trader too. So it's something that you must control and eliminate it. It's possible, and I have done it. It took me years, and then I was able to start coaching others in 2011. So it took me quite. That's why I say to people, are you profitable after 4 years? Yes, from 2008 I was profitable to 2011 I was in and out difficulties. Yeah, I would call it. So it means I was profitable, but I feel like something was missing. It was something to be improved, brutal, to be actually to have that pain that was suffering to make profits. Yeah. So that's why we kind of master on my own control and discipline and eliminate emotions when I was trading. Not eliminate forever in everything I do. I'm still a human. Okay. Be aware of that. Okay. So this is how things will happen if you are not aware of that. So there is many ways to solve these problems. Let's go into that. But I'm going to show you one simple example. So when you try to work out a problem, is to focus in process, but to focus in process is to be able to dissect that process in a small level. So I like to always, if you know guys, I like pyramids, triangles and all that. So I make like a small goals, medium goals and long goals. You can actually make it weekly, monthly, 3 months, whatever you want, whatever's best for you, but you must to have goals, not by I want to make this amount of money per day or even lose money. This is important. If you think about how much money I can lose per day, how much money I can lose per week, how much money I can lose per month and year, that is wrong approach. You have to think in percentages, in processes, in executions. Because I made that mistake as well. I was making the mistake of thinking in percentage money. See, I say automatically percentage. How much money I can lose per day, week, and month, and stop trading. Wrong. You do know how much money you can lose. Convert that into percentage and focus in percentage. Okay. So obviously you need to know. You don't wanna lose all your money. You say, okay, £100 is 1%. Okay, 1%. Don't thinking anymore about £100, you think about 1%, if you understand what I mean. So the same thing is talking about that. Now let's talk about weekly, monthly, we call it a short, mid and long processes. So what do I mean with this? Let's think in that a short process can be, I want to achieve I'll explain to you that, maybe I'll explain that I think later. But it's like 5 trades in a row. My risk and reward, or for example, my entry have to be perfect in every single trade for 5 days. So what does it mean perfect? It's like I'm looking for execution. I go 100 strategies, but I'm going to use strategy number 1. And I must to have always the same strategy for this week. Simple. Yeah. Or I'm going to focus into my stop loss, make sure my stop loss is done correctly because if you go hesitation, maybe you go a bit late and then that hesitation make that trade not to be perfect or perfect as you want to. Nothing is perfect, but as close as you want to, being designed before you start trading. So one of the things I'd like to do is to start the week, analyze the week. So on Friday, I like to actually to review my week to see what I can have done correctly and what can be improved. Yeah. Then the same thing you can apply in a month. So what you do is review the 4 weeks reviews in a month. You can actually looking for an improvement by risk management, the number of hours of sleep, the number of hours I take in the screen, how much time I wasted my time doing nothing in front of the screen, how many hours I've been watching the phone unnecessarily without being point off, or how much time I've been spent night not sleeping. All this, you need to make notes of all that, okay? You make notes, you collect the data, and then when you are aware of, that's the first step to be able to fix that weekly and monthly. But obviously 5 days, 1 review weekly. 4 weeks in a month, you review four reviews weekly. So you go a review for the week, 1, 2, 3, 4, you review in a month. And the same thing you do for the long run. It could be a year, it could be more. Now, obviously keep your loan target, we're talking about trading target or investment target, is not the same as your vision or your bigger goal that we can discuss that later. It's important to have that line up as well, but right now I want to be focused into your trading execution. That 1 year could be possible to have done 100 trades this year. First things first, do you know how many trades have you done this year? This is important. So I have done this year 100 trades. From the 100 trades, I was doing perfectly as I wanted by 80 trades. But the year before, I was making a 60. So I've been improved. Yes, you have improved in percent. How much money is equivalent now? Yes, now you can check it. Check once a year. Oh, no, it's too much. No, it's too little. Is that, okay, now let's readjust it. 1% is not good now anymore. Maybe 1.5 is better to 2%. I can risk more because my trade strategy start to be in control. Yeah. So this is what I was looking for. Now, this is important. So this is happened to me, and I was calling, I read a long time ago, I think it's One Good Trade. I think it was from Steve Bargat, one of the best psychologists ever that I know. So he said 1 good trade at the time. I believe it was for him. I don't know. I've read so many books that I don't even remember. So 1 good trade at the time. I read books. You know that I not read books. I just actually listen to the books. Yeah. So one good trade at the time. So I was doing 5 trades, 1 trade a day only. That was the first 4 years of my life was trading. And then I realized that was the way to control and moving forward. 1 trade only, Monday to Friday. That was a life changer for me. From that point, I was able to see control, discipline, and I was able to move forward. I was improving. When before I was looking into the money, I was not able to see. I was feel bad because I want to stop working. I remember that time I was working. I was portering earlier when I came to London. So, and I want to stop working. I want to have more money for my kids and family. And I was focusing to the money. What happens? Never come. The money never was there because I was focused. I didn't make £100 today. Or I lost £100 today. I was feel bad all the time. Good, up and down, up. How long you can actually hold that up? When I transferred that into percentage, into processes, it was a life change. Automatically I became less stressed and I'll be able to have more control. Be aware of that. Yeah, stress is killing people, I'm telling you that. Very, very difficult situation for me. So now let's go into, let's do this one. Okay, now, again, guys, I always recommended and if you got any questions, if you want for me to go in more details and more deep, let me know. But I like always to recommend books for all of you guys because this is life changing. People have a lot of knowledge there, but I try to organize in the way that you can save time. So I've been mentioning already about, because, okay, one of the things that's important when you see my explanations is that even if you see like Atomic Habits, I've been mentioning before, you must understand that you need to ask this question. Sorry, you need to ask a question when you read the book. Yeah, how I can actually perform, how I can move in from thinking about money than thinking into processes. You see, you ask this question and then you go into the book. Yeah, so I make this clear for you. Book 1, habit formation. So make it that question, go into the book. Now, question number 2, how to actually can improve this and make it really happen today. So then how you do that? The goal acceleration from the 12 weeks a year by Brian Moore. the same principle. You ask the question, even if you read the book before, just go for it. Ask one question and read the book. It's completely different. Every time you read a book and you ask a question, it's much more effective because you don't need to read the whole book. You just need to go for the question you're looking for, okay? Very important. Now, the last book, which is actually quite interesting, I already mentioned this before, but I like to make it in that order. First, you need to have clear what is important, how long it can take it to doing it, and then you just go for what really matters. Is not to spend hundreds of hours. It's not about to spend thousands of trades. It's just about one trade at a time and 1 hour at a time. So that's it. It's about to have a perfect, like I always keeping this simple, is to be able to go, let's say, a bed at 9, wake up at 6, and you go exactly at that time to sleep. Yeah, and then what can be done before, what can be done after. So you try to master that, the sleeping time, the training time, the family time. So that's it. This is what is important. What is called deep work is an extremely fantastic way of thinking in boxes and save you a lot of time and energy. And in the life that we live in today is able to achieve more with less time. And then you have time to, you can have on your calendar a box, what I call it, from, let's say, from 5 to 10, do nothing. Watch TV, just random stuff, family, whatever. Or you can have a specific amount of time with your kids, family, and making the calendar. And make sure that I'm going to speak to, make sure that I'm going to call my friends, make sure, it's just talking about this, it's talking about family, trading, sleeping, working, all together can be done properly if you understand deep work, yeah? So, and this is my final takeaway for all of you. You see, the wrong goals destroy motivation. You're gonna have up and down. If you notice the chart, look how beautiful is that. And this really happened to me. This is what I can call it, like we'll say, from here, from this level here, I was actually, when you see that drop, it was like a chaos. 4 years took me to realize that, and actually it was 2008, and in 2008 we have the market collapse, and then I saw it, the clarity and everything was start to work out perfectly well. And since then I become disciplined, clarity on. I was never disciplined to do everything. No, not in the rest, like running, I don't know, 18, not able to do it. I just was able to do it on trading. I was mastered the way of doing that. Then I started to learn to do in other disciplines, and life and family and all that. And I'm still learning because I'm a human and I go feeling. So it's easy to get out of control very easily because I'm lazy or because I want to do whatever I want, whatever reasons behind. Yeah. So be aware of that. It's not easy. Doesn't mean you're gonna master quickly. It took me 4 years with very determinations. But the most important thing I tried, guys, with all this information is for you guys to save time and focus on what really matters. Is to be able to focus not in money, focus into discipline of processes. Okay? So guys, see you in the next video. Bye now.